So, good morning. Come to your Sukhasana, your easy seat. There is a teaching in yoga called Ahimsa, and that's the Sanskrit word, and it means non-harming. That's the translation. It is also been translated into non-violence, and that was how Mohandas Gandhi used it in that his protests were nonviolent. And it has come to mean nonviolence, but ahimsa means much more than just about violence. It's about not harming in any way. So you can verbally abuse someone. You can be verbally abused. You can harm someone with a gaze, right? You can harm someone just by being unkind. So there are many ways to harm a person. But one of the most important aspects of ahimsa is non-harming, not to harm yourself, to treat yourself with the same respect, because the philosophy says that unless you are kind to yourself, you will never find it in you to be kind to others. You need to first take care of yourself. And so in terms of our asana practice, keep in mind that there may be poses that are more challenging than others. Be kind to your body and think upon what you have been able to accomplish and not be angry at yourself because you couldn't do something. So with ahimsa in mind, close your eyes and let's come inside. As you follow your breath, notice how your belly expands when you inhale and how it contracts when you exhale. Notice how your chest rises when you inhale and descends as you exhale. Notice how your ribs widen on the inhale and then come closer together on the exhale. Notice the power of your breath. Deepen your breath just a little and slow down your exhale. Think about inhaling new life, new energy, and exhaling everything you no longer need, physical and mental. After your next exhale, return to your natural rhythm of breathing and slowly open your eyes, taking in the light. All right, good. So we're going to start with our usual side body stretch. Send your left arm alongside your ear, bend your right elbow, send your left fingers to the right. Inhale, both arms to center. Another inhale, and on your exhale, stretch to the other side. Feel your right body stretching. Come back to center. So we're going to do those same two side stretches again, only we're going to do them as a flow. So begin your flow right here in center. And then bring your right hand down to the mat. Same stretch. And then you're going to push off your right hand. Come all the way through center to the left. Push off to the right. Push off using your mat as your launching pad to push off. And then come to center with both arms up alongside your ears. Send your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers, send your knuckles to the earth behind you. And open up your heart with a little baby back bend. Take a deep inhale and exhale all the way down as you come to fold over your legs. So use this chant, this opportunity for a very slow exhale. And you'll come down over your legs any amount. There's no prescribed goal here. It's what your body allows you to do. And each time you do this, you'll be able to go a little farther. Unfold and shake out your arms. Right. Inhale, and then on an exhale, twist to the right, your left hand on your right knee, looking over your right shoulder. Remember, your exhale allows you to lengthen your spine. And when you're empty of breath, you can twist a little bit more. Inhale both arms alongside your ears. Exhale all the way over to the other side to twist and look over your left shoulder. Lengthening our spine and using yoga to help us lengthen our spine is so important. It used to be something that was just important for those of us who are aging, but nowadays it's, and of course everybody is aging, right? And nowadays it's important for everyone, especially young people, because of their phone shoulders, phone spine. Bring your arms alongside your ears, come back to center, bring your arms down by your side. And we're going to do that twist the same way we did the stretch in a flow. So let's start by turning to the right. Inhale, exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And continue this flow. And then come back to center, bringing your arms down by your side. Okay. Shake out your legs. Send them out in front of you. Yeah. All right. Bring the soles of your feet together, and you know what's next. We're going to do cats and dogs. So start with your dog on an inhale, sending your heart forward. Arch your spine back behind you for cat spine. Straight arms. Inhale, bend your elbows, send your heart forward. Exhale. And continue at your pace, opening up your whole spine, spinal column. And then the next time you're in your cat spine, pause and come back up to sit. Bring your hands back behind you. Place your feet on the mat as wide as the mat. So your fingers should be pointed forward. You're resting on your wrists. If that's horribly uncomfortable for you, then you can adjust your hands. Inhale, exhale, knees to the that's the left. Inhale, center, exhale to the other side, and continue with breath, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Keep that going. And then come back to center. All right. Send both your knees over to the left. Straddle your left knee with your hands, your arms. And we're going to do our little dolphin dive in this position. So you're going to inhale, and then on an exhale, dive under the water. As you come up above the water, that's your inhale. Exhale as you curl your spine behind and dive down and continue with this beautiful flow of your spine. And then pause. Bring your knees to center. Exhale them to the other side. Straddle your right knee. Dive down on an exhale. Inhale as you surface. Exhale as you curl your spine behind, and continue at your pace. And then come up to straight arms. Bring your hand, those are legs, bring your legs to center. All right. And we're going to come now into child's pose. And come to an overhead, your palms flat on the mat. You're going to come up on to your right fingertips. You're going to thread your left arm under your right arm. Maybe you'll bring your left shoulder to the mat. You'll need to lift your hips maybe to do that, maybe not. And look under your right arm. Unthread parallel arms. Come on up onto your left fingertips. Thread your right arm. And bring your shoulder as close to the mat as you prefer. Looking under your left arm. Unthread, arms straight out overhead. Lift your hips, send your heart between your arms, lengthen your legs behind you. Inhale, exhale, send your hips back behind you. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, hips to heels. Exhale, come forward, and you're going to stay here for a moment, making sure that you're pushing the mat away, yeah, that you're engaging your core muscles. And you're going to send your hips to the left, back, to the right, and forward, making circles with your hips. And you can go as far back as you like, and you can make small circles. And then the next time you're forward, pause, inhale, and begin on an exhale your circles in the opposite direction. You're inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you go back. And then come forward. Send your hips to your heels, child's pose. Send your arms out overhead again. Lift your hips. Come into a table. Barasana, table. And you're gonna wag your tail from side to side. And you're going to come back to center. You're going to place one forearm down on the mat and the other forearm down on the mat. And you're going to slide forward and back like a little toy train on the tracks. And then come to center. And slowly slide your knees back behind you to come down onto your belly to Sphinx pose, right? So in Sphinx pose, your elbows are under your shoulders. You're looking proudly over your kingdom. So now you're going to roll just a little onto your left hip, just a bit, so that you can release your right leg, your right knee. You bend your right knee. And you send your right knee as far toward your elbow as is possible. It could be very little, it could be a lot, it could be somewhere in between. So this is a variation of iguana, a lizard pose, a variation. So in order to make it authentic, you need to hiss and wag your tongue, like you just saw a delicious looking fly come by and you want to grab it. So here we go. Yoga for your tongue, right? And then slide your leg back. And you're going to do the same thing now on the other side. So you'll roll just a little onto the right to give yourself room to bend your left knee and bring it as high as you wish, little lizard. And here we go. All right. And send your leg back. So this Sphinx transformed into a lizard. All right. And then roll your hips from side to side. All right. And then you're going to lift your hips, bring your knees back to a table position, and slide your hands towards your knees to come up onto your knees. All right. All good? Okay. So you know what we're going to do next. We're going to do our hamstring quad stretch. So step your right foot forward, and if you have blocks, please use your block to help you make the transition, right, with your legs. Walk your right foot forward a little bit. You still want a bent knee. And on an inhale, you're going to swing your arms up, slide your hips forward. On an exhale, you're going to straighten your legs, stream your arms back behind you. Inhale, slide. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, slide. Exhale, straighten. One more time. Slide and straighten. All right, so here's where the blocks come in handy. You can walk your foot back and then just put it back, but I like the block because it helps with balance, right? Oh yes, the other side. Whoops, see, I should have used my block. And walk your foot forward. Okay, ready? Inhale, slide. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, slide. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale. You can go slower if you like slow motion. Last time. All right. Step back and bring your knee down. Okay. Interlace your fingers back behind you. Now we did this on the floor in Sukhasana, but we had a floor in the way that restricted the depth of our back bend. So now it's up to you how deep you want to go in your back bend. It doesn't have to be, you know, a great big curve, right? So send your knuckles down, and as you send your knuckles down, your hips over your knees, open up your heart a little bit more than we did earlier. And then relax your arms, come back up to a neutral spine. And let's do that again. So as you send your knuckles down, send your heart up and out. Any amount. You're the boss of your body. Be kind to your body. Release your arms. Send your hips back towards your heels. We're not going to come to a child's pose. We're going to come to a kind of a table, but our knees aren't maybe not under your hips. So just stay where you are and just rock your hips from side to side. Then come to center, and we're going to step our right foot forward again. All right. We're going to send our arms out and up. Inhale, and exhale, bring your hands to the mat inside your leg. And walk your right leg over a little bit. If you need some room for your shoulder, you can rest your knee against your shoulder. And this is a straight-armed lizard, right? So I'm going to do the other side just now so that you can see it better, right? So straight-armed lizard, yeah. And you're going to look forward. And then maybe you want to crouch down a little bit. So you're going to bend your elbows back toward your waist, toward your leg. Bend it down, and do that little hissy thing again we did before. And pause. Straighten your arms. With your hands down, it should be pretty easy to send your knee back behind you. All right. So let's do that on the other side. Right, so your other leg comes forward. You are going to come inside your leg with your straight arms. Straight-armed lizard. And now we're going to crouch down on that rock looking for some breakfast. And crouch down a little bit, just a little bit. It could be any amount. It could be like half an inch or a quarter of an inch. It could be several inches. You're bending your elbows back so that your bend is like a right angle. And here we go. Okay, it's my favorite part. Straight arms, send your leg back behind you. Now, child's pose. And let's meet standing. Okay. All right. Come to your mountain. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Come on the ball of your right foot. Place your heel down. Come on the ball of your left and go back and forth like you're marching in place. And then pause. Bend your knees slightly and come up on the ball of both feet. Yeah. And maybe you can straighten your legs. Bend your knees, straighten your legs, bring your heels back down. Right. So remember, again, when you're doing any kind of balancing pose, it's good to have something that you can look at across the room called a dristi. It's a focal point where you helps you to balance. So we're going to try that again. So bend your knees, come on the balls of your feet, and then straighten your legs. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and come back down on your heels. Right. Step your right foot back, arms up overhead. Take your right hand with your right wrist with your left hand and stretch over to the left. When you have your arm curled around your head, use the weight of your left arm to make that long stretch, your whole long full body stretch. Come to center. We're going to do that again. This time I'm going to hold it for a little bit. Just hold it. So what we're doing here is you're stretching your IT band, and that's a fibrous band that goes from the top of your hip to the top of your tibia, the main shin muscle, main lower leg muscle. And it can get unfriendly if you don't treat it right. So we're going to be kind to our bodies. Come back to center, release your arms, step forward. All right. Let's do the other side. Step back with your left leg. Arms overhead. Take your left wrist with your right hand and do that same stretch. Release it, and we'll do it once more. Release it, step forward. Okay. So come to the top of your mat in your mountain pose. Right. Going to come onto the ball of your right foot, your left foot very flat on the mat. It's your supporting leg now. You're going to step back with your right leg. Your back leg as a foot is at a slight angle. Your front knee is over or behind your ankle. Your shoulders are rotated forward because you are, after all, a warrior going into battle. Lift your arms alongside your ears. Sign of victory. Bring your hands together overhead. Look up at your hands or not. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring that prayer down to your heart. Send your arms back behind you. Yoga Mudra. Inhale, exhale, come forward over your thigh. For a humble warrior, you can bow your head here, showing your devotion. Press your feet into the mat, come all the way back up. Release your arms. Send your arms straight out in a T shape. And then step into warrior two. Whoa. So that means you have the same bent knee forward. So let me do that again because I crashed into the wall. And all right. So when you step in, you're just stepping that way. That's it. All right. I know most of you know this anyway, but yeah. It's my job. All right. Bring your right hand to your thigh. Left arm reaches up. Peaceful warrior. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Bring your left arm up as far as you comfortably can go. If you can get it alongside your ear to create a straight line down to your foot. That's the ultimate goal, but anywhere in between this and this is perfectly fine. Come back up to your warrior two. Point your toes forward. And then put them at a slight angle, right? Like 45 degrees, bend your knees. And you want your knees to track over your middle toes, right? Right, so we're going to come into goddess legs. So you're going to bend as much as is comfortable for your body today. So let's do this gradually, straightening and bending, straightening and bending, and then land wherever you would like to today, right? Arms in cactus. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center for our dancing goddess. Bring your hands to your thighs, your feet pointed forward. Right. You're going to swivel in the opposite direction so that your right foot is forward, right? Your left foot leg behind you for warrior one. Feel the power of the warrior pose. And I just want to say something about this because what I just did was adjusted my foot because it didn't feel right. Okay, you need to do that when I tell you to come in to the next pose. Make sure your footing is right before you proceed into any other transitions. So you want to make sure you're aligned properly, right? Say your prayer, look up at the heavens, sending your prayer and bringing it to your heart. Send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Inhale, exhale, come forward halfway for humble warrior. Bow your head in full devotion. Press your feet into the mat. Release your arms. Send them out to the side in a T shape. All right, a little better on this side. Step in to warrior two and adjust your feet as needed. You all know this pose, right? Knee never goes past ankle. Shoulders are square, straight line. Right? Peaceful warrior. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Side angle stretch, Parsva Konasana. Come back to warrior two. Send your feet forward. This time, your feet are going to stay forward. You are going to bend your knees a little bit. And you're going to roll your hips. Just roll them. Different dance for a goddess. And then come to center. And begin your journey back down to the mat. Bend your legs, bend your hips, and make your way down onto the mat. When you get there, you want your legs stretched out in front of you, sitting in Dandasana, the staff pose, right? Fingers pointing forward, toes to the sky, legs straight and strong, engaged muscles, elbows reaching back, crown of your head reaching up. Inhale your arms up overhead Bend your knees slightly. Inhale, exhale with a flat back. Come forward as much as you can with that flat back until you need to bend it a little bit to come down over your legs any amount. And you might be able to straighten your legs here. We've done a lot of work. Your hamstrings may be a little more cooperative. Look up at your feet or straight in front of you. Bring your arms alongside your ears and come all the way up to sit. I'm going to make our way back down on to the mat. So we're not doing Shavasana just yet. One more pose. So bring your feet to the mat first and lengthen your spine. You'll do that by lifting your hips and just placing your hips down just an inch or so toward your heels, and you can feel it. You can feel your spine lengthening. Right. And you're going to send one leg up to the sky and send another leg up to the sky. If you have a block or a blanket you'd like to put under your hips, then please do that. Bring your feet down to the mat again and lift your legs, your hips. Otherwise, your legs to the sky. Remember the invisible wall, so you know exactly where to position your legs. They should be directly over your hips. Straight line, like a right angle. Your whole body is this beautiful L shape. You can come out of this anytime and make your way into Shavasana, or stay for a few more breaths and then come into Shavasana. If your legs are still up, bend them now. Bring your feet to the mat and come to Shavasana. Allow your whole back body to let go, your whole body to let go. Feel yourself surrendering to gravity. Feel the weight of your body. Let it connect with the earth. Use this time to reset your body and to follow your breath into a deep relaxation. Remembering a long exhale helps you to relax most deeply. Take a deep breath, let it go, and begin to reawaken your body. Roll your head from side to side. Gentle movements with your hands and feet. Send your arms overhead, back behind you, your legs in the opposite direction for a full body stretch. Then bend your knees, bring them into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side, massaging your back. Then come to center, release your arms, and roll over onto whichever side you prefer to come to a fetal position. And when you're ready, come up to sit. And if you are staying for meditation, make yourself comfortable. All right, get into your seat. Maybe you prefer a chair for meditation. Relax your hands onto your thighs. Feel your connection to the earth, your groundedness. Close your eyes and come inside. Follow your breath, your natural breath. And a form of ahimsa, non-harming, is kindness, loving kindness, sharing kindness. So bring your awareness to your heart center. Feel your heart. Notice your heartbeat. Feel the pulsing of your heart. And we start with loving kindness for ourselves. So repeat these lines after you hear them to yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and in mind. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be at ease, happy, and free. Take a breath, let it go, and bring to mind everyone in your life, everyone who's special to you, people you love deeply, acquaintances. Invite as many as your friends and families into your heart as you wish. Invite them in. See their faces, notice them. See smiles on their faces. And send them this blessing. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and in mind. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be at ease, happy, and free. Continue to notice their smiling faces. And now invite in to your circle people you have known, people in your life who you may have difficulty with, who are not easy to get along with, who have views different from your own, who may have been unkind to you. And we will send them this blessing as they may need it more than anyone else. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and in mind. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be at ease, happy, and free. Now open up your circle to include every being on this planet. Everyone from all walks of life. Picture them in your mind across continents, different lands, of different faiths, of different colors, of different beliefs. See them all. And see them all with smiling faces. As that is your wish to them. And send them this blessing. May you be filled, may we be filled, may we all be filled with loving kindness. May we be well in body and in mind. May we be safe from inner and outer dangers. May we be at ease, happy, and free. And feel your connection to every living being on this earth. We're all part of the same energy that gives us life. Take a deep breath, let it go. Bring your hands to your heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may I in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Thank you all so much for being with me today.